Hey guys, welcome back to Anna Gamer Creations. Today I'm going to show you guys how to harvest wefts from Arda's wig accessories. Hey, come on, stop making me look bad. To get wefts that maybe you don't need as many as a full pack of wefts that Arda sells. And you can use any accessory for this. You can use ponytail clips, you can use their little braid headbands, bang clips. You can probably even use their bun clips if you pull the hair from the bun and, pull out the wefts that way. And what I'm using for today is the wraparound Velcro ponytail wrap things. And you can see here the wefts are attached to this thing. So as you can see, this one was already a ponytail clip, and I took out all the wefts from it, and it gives you a pretty significant amount. So here's what it looks like. I think straightened out it would be about the same length as a short weft pack. So if you're looking for long wefts but you don't need a whole pack of them, I would suggest getting a large or a long ponytail clip and pulling out the wefts from that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is comb out your ponytail and or whatever accessory you're using, comb out the hair just to make sure you get all these stray hairs off, you know what I mean? And because you're going to have some shedding when you first get your accessory no matter what. And I just pinned it onto this wig that I'm in the middle of styling at the moment. I wasn't styling the back yet, so I just pinned it onto the back. So when you're brushing wig fibers, you're gonna want to work from the bottom up and just get the little knots out as you go. It's also easier when you brush it, for when you seam rip out the wefts, you don't have any knots when you're trying to separate the wefts from each other. I would suggest, if you're new at doing separating wefts like this, to straighten this. If you end up having to get a curly clip or a curly ponytail like this, I would straighten the hair if you're new at this, because you might tangle it if you're working with curly hair. Alright, so with the way these work is you have this Velcro and you're going to want to un-Velcro it. If you're using this particular type, it'll be different for how you take off the little fastenings. With ponytail clips and bang clips and stuff like that, you won't have this thing to take off, this Velcro. So this actually is a little bit harder to take off, but it's not too bad. So here's the seam ripper I'm using. I would suggest getting one of these, because the handle is really nice to grip onto. You can grip on fully with your hand. So I start from the top. So I used to start with these from the bottom, like I kind of would just push the hair back like that and separate it, but I don't do that anymore just because I have a risk of pulling the hairs out if I do that. So what you're gonna do is very, very carefully go right under this Velcro and try not to catch any of the hair. You're probably still gonna catch some hair, but that's just part of the risk of doing this. So you're just gonna, I'm doing this all by feel because I can't see the threads on this because of my vision, so I just try my best to get under the thread only. So you see, I already got some of it separated. So you just want to carefully go across like that. And this is only for taking the Velcro off, so I'm going to keep doing this until I get all the way to this little extension part here. I'm not going to seam rip this part yet. I'm going to do that at the end, but I'll show you when this is all seam ripped off. Okay, so I have this all seam ripped over to here as far as I could, and then I'm gonna seam rip this upper edge here. Let's see if I can show you. This upper edge here. So I'm gonna seam rip that now. Alright, so I've removed the big weft piece, or the big ponytail piece. So you're going to have this underside where the wefts are attached to, and then all your hair. And then here's the Velcro with this little tiny piece attached. I'm going to remove, we're still going to use this piece, I'm just going to remove it last because it's a little bit more difficult to work with because it's sewn directly onto the Velcro. Now we can work from the top instead of having to work from the bottom and going up. So it's a lot easier to do it this way where you're working from the top and going down. So you're going to take your first weft up here and just very carefully go in between this back mesh part and the first weft as carefully as you can, and just seam rip it out. That's basically what you're going to do for all these wefts, is just seam rip them off of this mesh thing. And that's basically what you do for all of these accessories if you want to harvest wefts from them. And again, just be careful when you're doing this so that you're not ripping hair out. You just want to get under the thread only. Crap. Sometimes that'll happen too, where you try and do it and you go through the weft, so I accidentally went through this weft. So there's still half of the weft on here. So this, I can still use it, you'll just have to overlay them when you're sewing or gluing them into whatever you're using these for. Set that over to the side and keep going. Okay, got that off. And then you want to lay your hair down flat, and when you remove it, you just want to slowly pull. And if you've brushed it out, you won't have any cling. So there's your first weft. Technically half of the first weft, since the first one came out. And then what you want to do always is run your fingers through it so you pull out any hairs that may have gotten pulled out or seam ripped. So there you go. Basically that's how you're going to do it for this whole entire thing. Alright, so crap. So I'm about halfway through. You can see that half of these wefts are taken off of this netting part, and then I still got this half to go. So here are the wefts that I've already ripped out. So you can see it's pretty easy. Alright, and I've finished ripping out all the wefts. You'll just have this piece of mesh left you can just throw out. And yeah, that's how you harvest wefts from wig accessories like clips and stuff like that if you don't need an entire pack of wefts for your project. So thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe and all that stuff if you want to see more little tips like this. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!